So the next up was not straight away, but
4, isn't it?
Ichi, my favourite.
He is great, isn't he?
I did see him somewhere, but where is he?
I don't know. I mean, he was around a minute ago. Hang on.
Hold on. I can see on the monitor. He's
Ichi-san.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Where's he outside? He's just outside. All right. Okay. Yes. And he's.
Wait, that's the wrong way. He's not actually heading to the studio.
Oh no! Don't go away. Come back.
Oh, what a. Well, someone will go and chase him.
With his stilts, I love it.
Yeah, well, someone has to go and find him, so we better quickly move on to the next thing, I guess.
One. Yes, absolutely. Who are?
They are the
regulars.
SOAS Minyo group, exactly, who come every year. So this was, originally started by Dr. David Hughes, who's an ethnomusicology professor at SOAS.
Yeah.
And people who are enthusiastic about Japanese folk singing meet together to sing, learn traditional instruments like the shamisen and fue and those kinds of things, and perform. Yep. And usually they would come every year, wouldn't they?
Yes, absolutely. And of course, during the lockdown, they've been rehearsing on Zoom.
On Zoom,
right?
exactly, like so many have. And you know, I think especially with music things, Zoom is not the best, is it? Because of syncing problems.
Yes.
So we do see some of that in the videos they show us, but it gives like a kind of flavour for what it's been like for the group to have to meet up.
Yeah.
And we're also going to look back at some past performances, both from Japan Matsuri itself and also from other ones that they've done across the UK as well.
Wonderful.
Quite nice.
Well, enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and thank you all for attending this year's online Japan Matsuri. Although some of the past Matsuri can be seen online, on YouTube, etc., this is the first time I have ever heard when all performances can only be seen on the internet. This is due, of course, to the COVID-19 worries, so I hope this finds all of you in good health. And pardon me that I'm looking at pieces of paper a lot because I'm trying to stick to time for this recording. I'm actually talking to you from a studio in London 2 weeks before the actual broadcast, but when the pre-recorded stuff ends, I'll be live on your screen, so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to speak up. The organizers hope that people from all over the world can connect with us. We are the SOAS Minyo group. Minyo, as I think you know, means folk song in Japanese. SOAS is the short name for London University's School of Oriental and African Studies. I'm wearing the shirt. I taught there for 22 years, teaching music, particularly East Asia and Southeast Asia. Our group practices at SOAS maybe 2 Saturdays a month. But due to COVID, for over 6 months, we've only met via Zoom. I'll be showing you a few songs that we recorded on Zoom recently, showing you the disasters of trying to do that. But let's start with a video of a song we performed at last year's Japan Matsuri in Trafalgar Square. It's called Nambu Tawaritsumi Uta, rice bale piling song from Nambu, a region in the far northeast of Japan. In the 19th century, rice bales were a way to measure a house's richness in farming districts. So this song would have been sung by traveling musicians at the door of a rich man's home in a farming area, asking for donations of food, drink, money, etc. We won't have time for me to show you the lyrics on screen or to read you a translation of every song we do. I'll just give you some short hints. So in this song, part of the final verse is, "Look at the estate of the master of this house. There are 48 storehouses. The first is for money, the second for precious metals, the third is for household treasures, and the rest are for rice bales. There are 75,000 bales stacked by 75 workers, shouting, 'Yakorase!' They stack them up to the roof. 'Praise me, master of the house. Celebrate me, mistress. Congratulations, the master of this house is a millionaire.' And then unspoken is, 'Give me something, come on.' So I think, a little more. Long ago, this song was sung without any melodic instruments. But since the mid-20th century, many traditional songs have added shamisen, shakuhachi, or other traditional instruments, making them suitable for performing at concerts on stage. This is what is called stage minyo. Pretty clever name, eh? So here it is in its modern form. But our version starts with a solo in the improvised style called Tsugaru Shamisen, which now has worldwide popularity. The player is our group member Hibiki Ichikawa. Europe's leading performer and teacher of this style, and he'll be in other parts of this Matsuri as well. So here we go. Introduce the challenge of meeting and recording by Zoom. Many of our 20-plus members couldn't join us on Zoom. So we've had to somehow combine members who've been stuck in different weird parts of the world. London, Durham in northeast England, Plymouth in the southwest, Wales, Italy, even Japan. And so you'll see people from these areas in our videos. The problem trying to sing to play and playing together using Zoom is that there's a time lag of around a second between whoever is the leading singer or performer and anyone else trying to join in. I think a lot of you may have discovered this in the last 6 months in some way. So when we make a video of ourselves singing together on Zoom, everyone but the lead musician has to mute their sound. But fortunately, our member George Numlin is good at combining recordings from different videos. So somehow she puts the sounds together, as you'll see in these videos. You will see some time lag in our lip movements, though, but never mind. That's what this year is about. So I'd like to show you one song our group has recorded in the past 2 months using Zoom. It's a rap song called Akita Ondo. from Northeast Japan. The 7 verses were rapped by 7 different members of the group. They each had to record their verse on their own computer to avoid this time lag problem. So there is a bit of lip problem matching their singing with their own video. I haven't got time to explain these details, but if you're curious, ask me at the end of the session. Again, no time to translate all the lyrics. Most of them are praising Akita for its rich mines, its beautiful women, its wonderful rice, sake, whatever, beautiful trees and gardens. But the last of the 7 verses is an English translation that I made of the previous verse. So you do get a little English. Maybe that will help out. By the way, usually this song would use Shamisen, 3-string plucked lute that I think you know about. But there were too many problems trying to add it on Zoom. So the only instruments are a small taiko and a donburi bowl for Japanese food, being hit by my wife and me in our kitchen using metal and wooden spoons up in Durham. Somehow you'll see that in the video. And here we go. Ya to see. Kora, Akita Ondo desu. Hai, kita ga sasa. Koi sasa. Koi na.
こら、いずれこれよりごめんがこむり温度の無駄を言う。
あ、それそれ。
お耳障りもあろうけれどもさっさと出しかける。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。
秋田名物八森はたはた。おがでおがぶりと。
あ、それそれ。
能代春景、檜山納豆、大館曲げわっぱ。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。
秋田よいとこ名物たくさん。東北一番だ。
あ、それそれ。
花山木山に花咲く公園。美人が舞い踊る。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。
秋田の国では雨が降ってもから傘などいらぬ。
あ、それそれ。
手頃な吹きの葉そろりと差し掛けさっさと出ていかえ。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。
秋田の女子は何してきれたと聞くだけやぼだげず。
あ、それそれ。
小野の小町の生まれ在所おみゃはん知らねのぎゃ。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。
オメガだオメガだ踊りく見るたてあんまり口開くな。
あ、それそれ。
今だばええども春先来るだばスズメコすこかける。
はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。こら。Yo, you guys undressing dancers with your eyes. Don't stand there with your mouths all gaping wide. あ、それそれ. Now it may not mean a thing, but you can bet that come the spring, a sparrow's gonna build a nest inside. はい、北がさっさ。こいさっさ。こいな。Next, as you know, the influence of Western music in Japan has been very strong since the late 19th century. This means that sometimes even a Minyo will be accompanied by some Western instruments, sometimes even sung in harmony, although we're not doing the harmony part. But our next video clip is from last year's Matsuri, again in Trafalgar Square, and it will include a guitar part by me. The song is called Anekomo-sa from Akita. It's a very old song. It's actually in haiku poetic meter, the 5/7/5, despite being a folk tune. And it has some very old words and grammar that a modern Japanese would think were just rather outdated. Never mind, it's a lovely song. There are only 2 verses, so I can actually translate them for you. It's a beautiful song, but verse 1 is a bit sexist and ageist. And yet, what can I say? It says, young women, be proud of yourselves while you're young. A cherry blossom after its period of blooming, who will pick it? Yeah, but hey, what about us men? So it ain't just women that get old, and we're beautiful even at my age. Thank you very much. Second verse. I send a letter to my lover via a bird flying in the sky. I beg, dear bird, please do not drop this letter. So here we go. Anekomosa. And now back to traditional accompaniment. The next song is called Nambu Usua, the ox herding song from Nambu. This is a song that was sung up in Iwate. Say 100 years ago, men were leading herds of oxen from the mountains to the seacoast and back, carrying goods to sell. And they would sing to scare away the wild bears and also just to stay awake. But they had no instruments because you can't really play an instrument while you're leading a herd of oxen. But the oxen would join in on the chorus and they would go, moo, not moo, but moo. In recent times, this has become a stage minyo accompanied by shakuhachi. It's a free rhythm song. And now there is also, this song is so famous that it's one of about 100 Japanese folk songs that has an annual national contest for just that one song. Over 100 people sing this up in Iwate every year now, accompanied by shakuhachi. For several years now, when we do this song, we do get the audience to mow, and some of our members act like oxen on stage. You'll get to see this in our attempted Zoom video, and I hope you feel free to join in with the mow if you want. It will start with a scene of Bob Jones playing the shakuhachi. Inaka naredo mo sa Nambu no guni wa Nishimo higashimo no yamakora sansai. Yeah, Kondo kuru nara sai motte kite okureo oku no miyama no Nani no aokora sansai. Okay, finally, time to go south. We'll leave the northeast of Japan and go to Kumamoto Prefecture in Kyushu. Our next song, which we also videoed on Zoom, is called Otemoyang. It's sung in strong local dialects, so much so that many Japanese today would struggle to understand some of the lyrics. Never mind, that makes us rich and famous. It starts with a simple bit. Miss Otemo, didn't you get married a while ago? Well, yes, I did, but my husband has had some face disease, so we haven't held the official ceremony yet. And after that, the text gets weirder and weirder. This music is actually, the recording is from a Japanese LP that I recorded with my teacher in Osaka 40 years ago. The singer is my wife, Gina Barnes, who will be on a little later. And I'm playing Shamisen, Shakuhachi, and Shinobue flute. Wow, they triple-tracked me. But we've made a weird change to it. Back in the 80s, our SOAS Minyo member Kazumi Taguchi was part of the amazing duo called Frank Chickens. They will be performing with a much larger group at the festival this year as well. They recorded a song called We Are Ninja. You can find it on YouTube, in fact, under that name. And you might see a new large group of Frank Chickens, as I said, at the festival. They might do that. 500 years ago, ninja were spies, carefully trained, often wearing masks, able to throw blinding chemicals at people and able to disappear quickly, almost magically. For reasons too complicated to explain, but mainly for strange fun, we decided to include a rapped bit of that song in our Otemoyang, which also has some rapped parts. So sometimes Kazumi the ninja suddenly pops up and chants, Anta mo ninja, watashi mo ninja, metsubushi nagete, doron, doron. You're a ninja, I'm a ninja, throwing blinding chemicals and flying away. And in the video, we're all attempting to recognize this weird ninja jumping in. Well, what else could we do to have fun at our Saturday Zoom meetings? So here it is, with a bit of time lag, but nonetheless, Otemoyang and Ninja.
私も忍者、目つぶし投げてドロンドロン。 つばってん言われんたいおいおい日がもちかまれば若者衆もよらんすけん
あんたも忍者私も忍者目つぶし投げてドロンドロン
熊丼のよじょもなりにゆるゆる話もキャッシュたい男ぶりには惚れんばな
あんたも忍者私も忍者目つぶし投げてドロンドロン
タバコ入れの銀貨がそれがいいねんたい赤ちゃかべっちゃかちゃかちゃかちゃ
あんたも忍者私も忍者目つぶし投げてドロンドロンあんたも忍者私も忍者目つぶし投げてドロンドロン
Okay, we only have 2 more songs to go. The last one will be from Okinawa in the far south of Japan, and that will be performed live. But first, our final Zoom attempt. This is a song, we're back up to Akita in the north, and it's called Donpan Bushi. Actually, on Zoom, we used a recording while we did the funny movements to accompany it. The recording was from the Manchester Doki Doki Festival 2 years ago, and we're going to play you a short clip of that soon. But what you will see is it's called Donpan Bushi because the taiko, the big taiko, when you hit it goes dong, and the little one goes pang. So one of our players goes don dom pam pam dom pam pam, as you'll see in this video. Young Sam is actually playing those beats. But the rest of us are doing a weird thing I came up with to help the audience know how to sing the chorus with us. Dong, we hold up some of us donburi bowls that you serve katsudon, tendong, Japanese food. The pan, well, we hold up frying pans, furai pan in Japanese, or else we hold up a piece of bread, pan. So you will see in this video, the 34 seconds from Manchester, what it looks like when you're holding these things up. Here we go. And now, let's watch our Zoom version using the recording from Manchester. The 4th verse is actually another English translation by me of the 3rd verse, so you get another chance to hear English. Again, of course, there's some time lag in our video. And Yui, playing taiko in the video, she's actually in Italy, and she's about 1.5 seconds behind. Never mind, I think you'll enjoy it, and sing the chorus if you want. Don, don, pam, pam. Here we go. now we finish with a song from Okinawa in the far south of Japan, performed live by Gina and me. We hope that our London Okinawa Sanshinkai, which performs every year at the festival doing group dance on stage, will be able to join in some of the videos later, but that hasn't been figured out for sure yet. Never mind, that's why we're doing an Okinawan song. I'll be playing the sanshin. It's a 3-string plucked instrument that is the ancestor of the Japanese shamisen. Gina will be playing the castanets called samba, and also doing this distinctive Okinawan whistling. Fortunately, this song is short enough that I can summarize the lyrics for you. It's called Tanchame, which is the name of a fishing village in the main island of Okinawa. And they go like this. By Tanchame Beach, the herring have come. Hey, idiot, those aren't herring, those are sardines. Oh, the young men catch them, and the young women carry them in baskets on their heads and go selling them door to door. And when the women come back from selling them, oh, they smell like fish, how lovely. And then there's you learn something about how to be, how to smell good, I guess. The chorus is, Nanchamashi mashi, hey, come with me, hey, we've got a date. That's all there is to it. It's a nice, lively song, and we will finish with that. And after that, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to join in.
Akita ya uri ga angwaya kamiti uri ga he angwaya kamiti uri ga he nanchamashi mashi di angwa soy soy di angwa yakushite yagasa ha ha uriuki no ato no angwaya yuinu surasa he angwaya yuinu surasa he nanchamashi mashi di angwa soy soy di angwa yakushite yagasa ha ha icha icha ya kae okuri kishiman sa ekuri kiwaru yaru.
Thank you to SOAS Minyo Group and David Hughes. We miss you guys to see you live, but it was wonderful, wonderful work all together on Zoom and actually pre-recorded in that room. David did say during that clip that he's going to be here with me live and answering any questions, but obviously schedule has changed, so he's not here today. Sorry about that. But if you have any questions for David or anything to do with the Minyo Group, please put that on the social media platform, and I'm sure they can get back to you.